Hi everybody, welcome to Factorio. My god, this game. It came out of nowhere for me. Somebody recommended I look at this and see what I think, and I like it. I like it a lot, actually. We're going to play it. We're going to play it for a session, and then I'm going to see what you guys think at the end of that session, whether or not we can keep going or not. It might be a bit slow. It might not be. It's hard to tell. There's a lot to this game. It gets more and more complicated the longer you play it, but it's pretty cool. Let's play. Let's play a new game and see what it's all about. We're going to go new game. We're going to leave everything on normal and medium and regular. Regular richness, medium size, and a normal frequency for all of this stuff. Peaceful mode we'll leave off. And I guess we can have map width and map height infinite for some reason. I don't even know. I have no idea. The maps are big, though. We're going to generate, and then we're going to take a look at Factorio. All right, here we go. Factorio free play. So this is an alpha game. The guys that are working on this apparently have quit their jobs and have started working on this full time. It's not much to look at. It's got to be said. It's not the most attractive game, but that doesn't matter. A game doesn't need to look good to be good. It is actually a good game. The mechanics and stuff are really cool. So this is free play. Our task is to prepare the planet for colonizing forces from the Earth. Landing ships would be an easy target for attacks from the native bases. However, they can be protected by rocket defense. We'll need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket defense. Okay, start small, work your way up with automation. Don't forget to protect from the natives. Roger. Tips and tricks? We don't need any of these tips and tricks. I hope. We might need some tips and tricks. Okay, there we go. So, here we are. We look like Captain Power from the amazing 1980s era of your life when you used to watch Captain Power, as I did. We can run around. Now, this game reminds me of a lot of different games, actually. There's a whole bunch of different games rolled up into one here. First and foremost, probably Dig and Rig. I don't know if you remember watching me play Dig and Rig. Man, that was a while ago. But you can do a lot of stuff similar to Dig and Rig in this game. Minecraft as well. There's a lot of little elements of Minecraft in this too. There's some ores here that we're going to have to pick up later on. We're going to need to make some tools and stuff and generally just survive. We got all this water here. Look, I can zoom right out and take a look at the map. Look, there's barely anything around here. Now, we're on an alien planet, so we need to be careful because there are aliens here who are going to try to rip my face off if they get the chance. And we found some coal. Great. We found some coal, which is sort of nearby to a fairly big deposit of iron, which we'll use later. And if we can find some copper somewhere nearby, I mean, ideally you want to try to find some iron, copper, and coal all kind of close to each other, because kind of, what's that? Stone. Okay, we're going to need some of that too. Stone. There's more stone there. All right, well, we seem to have lucked out in a big way, and by that, I mean we've been terribly unlucky in that we're going to have to use this coal here, which is very far away from any copper and stuff like that. But it's okay. The aim of this is to automate all of this eventually. So here we go. Check this out. I got like a stick. I'm trying to mine this coal with the stick. It won't do. I'm going to create a pickaxe. So, get this crafting menu. It's pretty cool. I'm going to make an iron axe, which can be used for mining and also chopping down trees, amazingly. I know that's usually a big no-no in the world of Minecraft, but in this game, anything goes. So there we go. All of a sudden, I can now mine just a ton of coal very quickly. So just get a couple of pieces of coal up so that we can fuel our first machine. We're actually going to build a machine here, which is going to automate the process of extracting coal from the earth. We're also going to chop down a dry tree for 4 wood. Great. I think that's all we need anyway, because we want to be able to make a wooden box so that all of the coal that we extract from the ground goes into it. Perfecto. All right. So we start off with this, a burner mining drill. This thing is going to be set up on top of the coal here. And look, there's a little arrow which shows where the output's going to go. So we'll place it on there. Its maximum yield or expected resources is going to be 1.7k coal. That's more than enough coal for now. But it has no fuel. And that's why I was picking 5 pieces of coal. So we can fuel this puppy. Look at that. Out comes the coal. Okay, great. We're going to build a wooden chest just by clicking on it. and we're going to shove this wooden chest right by the extract point, or the output point, sorry, for the burner mining drill. And there it is. Look at that. It is mining away, and we're slowly collecting more coal. Look at that. I can put this coal in my inventory, just shove it in here to fuel it even more. It's dark. It's the first night, I guess, on our weird abandoned planet that we seem to have crash landed on with nothing except for a mining drill, which was a stroke of luck, and enough iron to make some tools. Great. Okay, so the next thing we're going to want to do is probably get some iron. Iron we will need to mine up manually at first, and then we can automate that process as well. And that's all this game is about. It's about creating a factory, which you can then use. Well, it's like a big outdoor factory, but you automate everything and you do all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of research to be done and everything as well. It's pretty cool. I'm just chopping down these trees because I need this wood for now. And here's some iron. Look at that. Fucking, we'll grab a bit of iron and we'll smelt it all up and make some iron. Is it iron planks? It's like some iron plates. That, I mean, you use so much of it. We're going to get a really big system set up so that we can extract a ton of iron out of the ground, smelt it all up into plates, and then just get a really massive, steady supply of plates coming in. Oh, look at that. It's getting light out now, too. Look, we're all alone. There's no Chester here to help us. There's nobody here to help us. It's just us, Captain Power, all by ourselves, in the middle of, like, some fucking desert or something. What the hell? All right. Luckily, we also have this stone furnace here, which I'm going to place on the ground. Let's see how much coal we got. Oh, look at this. 25 fucking pieces of coal. This thing is just working like a beast. We can split this stack, give some coal to fuel that, and then also fuel up this furnace. We're going to make these iron plates. Look at that with our 10 iron ore. Great. We can start putting that to work. And what we're going to want to make in due time is some of this stuff. We want an electric mining drill. We want to get some electricity as well produced, which isn't too hard. And actually, oh shit, I just realized as well, we're going to need some water to produce our first electricity, and it's a bit of a trek away. Actually, this is probably the most unlucky spawn of all time, but it's fine. We'll make it work because we're like so resourceful and amazing at playing computer games. Is that pretty accurate, would you say? You and I combined are the best at playing computer games. I make all the mistakes, but I mean, it's just the way that it goes. Okay, let's get these plates out of here and see what we can make with them. Can we make anything? We're going to need a offshore pump. We should probably try to get electricity first, I'd say. Or should we get electricity after we've gotten a couple of coal-burning drills set up to start extracting some of this stuff? That might be better, actually. We've got to find some stone. Where the hell is the stone? Oh, shit, it's going to take fucking forever. Where? Was there some up here? I'm sure there was. Okay. We're going to have to remember where our little base is, which shouldn't be too hard because I don't think we actually need to travel that far. I mean, you can actually build a car eventually. Fucking imagine that. It takes a little while, but you can actually build like a little like rover that can just like speed around here. There we go. I found some stone. Look at this. We'll grab, well, let's grab a little bit of stone. We're gonna need a little bit anyway. We're gonna need to make a couple of those furnaces. You need a furnace as part of one of the crafting components for the drill that we're gonna make. We're gonna make a drill that's gonna extract some iron, and then with that iron we'll run it over to the smelter and make iron plates. And then we can maybe start generating some electricity. That would be good. It takes a little while to get to that point, but not too long. It's going to take a little bit longer because everything is so fucking far apart here. I mean, I wonder if we should just think about setting up our base up here in between this copper and this iron, and then maybe having a conveyor belt set up that is going to span this entire area and just bring coal and deliver it to our base. That probably actually makes a little bit more sense. We're going to do that. Okay, we're going to leave this thing here churning away. It's going to collect many coals for us while we're away. We'll grab what's in here now. Make sure that there's enough fuel here. There's not quite enough. We're going to have to just like leave half of that here so that that can work. And we're going to take this stone furnace with us, and we get the coal that we put in there already as well. And that's one thing that's kind of cool about this game. Once you play something, you can easily just tear it back down and you get it in its entirety. You don't have to worry about losing any resources or anything like that. Okay, fine. Let's go up here then and let us build one of these. burner mining drill. So for this we need a stone furnace, we need 3 iron plates, and we need 3 iron gear wheels. Now we don't have to go back through and build all of these things. We don't need to like go in and make individually every gear wheel or whatever. As long as we have all the raw materials needed, we can build this. So I can just click on this right now, and you see down here it's slowly making itself, and we have it. Okay, great. So we can set this up here. Press R to rotate it around so that it's facing out this way. Let's also get another wooden box that we can output our ores into. And then let's fuel this sucker up. And we should be getting some ores. Okay, it's going to take a little while. That's fine. We'll chop down these trees because we can always do with the wood. We need wood for boxes. We also need to make whatchamacallits. We need to make electric poles, which require wood as well, and that's how we spread our electricity all around our base once we started building it. And of course as well, being on an alien planet that's infested with aliens, we're gonna have to make some defenses. We're gonna have to make some walls, we're gonna have to get some guns, we have to have like some automated turrets that shoot the aliens. It's exactly like Starship Troopers, except instead of an entire army of human beings fighting against the aliens, it's just me. Just me in my blue jumpsuit, just sort of running around down here. Okay, great. I'm gonna have to do this a lot, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to run back and forth in between these 2 areas quite a bit to get coal, to then come up here and grab the iron and smelt it. But we'll set up our little furnace up here so that we can be smelting the iron, which is what we actually want to smelt in the first place. So there we go. Look, I've got enough stone to make 3 more of those, which is great. Let's put this here. This can be like our first bit of automation, probably. We'll have like a conveyor belt that comes off of this burner mining drill, and then you'll see in a minute, once we start doing that, this is when it starts to remind you of Dig and Rig. We're going to get like some conveyor belts that are going to shift these iron ores off and down here, and we're going to have this like robotic arm that picks the ores off the belt, puts them into the furnace, and then an arm on the other side which is going to pick the finished product out of the furnace and then put them into a box. And then we won't need to manually do all this. So it'll be our first little bit of automation. Fantastic. How many ores do we have? 30. Great. All right. Let's start smelting all that up. And in the meantime, we need some more of these iron plates because we need to make some of these transport belts. We can only make 1 of them at the moment, which actually gives us 2 belts. But we're probably going to need a few more. And then we want to make some of these as well, these inserters. We can have this burner inserter to start with, and those use coal as well to fuel. And then once we get some electricity, we can switch over to these ones, these electric-powered inserters, which are a little bit better, actually.